y'all already know what to do. So let's talk about it. Hulk Hogan is dead. Like, no, but literally, the homie's dead. The news came out this morning. Which before I start, RP to Ozzy Osbourne. You know, Prince of Darkness. You know, but yeah, Hulk Hogan died, and I'm just gonna go straight to it, man. So my original plan here was just to literally be on some who really gives a fuck, la 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 la, tell you exactly how I feel about this situation, about why a lot of people don't feel bad and why people feel bad and how I feel. And I was gonna use the tone that I would usually use, like the whole who gives a fuck you, know what he said was fucked up, like, yeah, thank you for all the stuff you did, but as far as the person goes, you know, that type of shit. But the thing is, everybody's gonna do that. It's all over social media. So I'm still gonna say what I want to say, but I'm gonna be a little bit calmer, a little bit more calmer, because I want y'all to really fucking listen to what I gotta say. So I already texted a couple of people. Some have said that the people that are gonna make videos about this are you know, fucked up because they're gonna make money off of it and stuff. And that's not fair. Some people are saying, oh, you know, he said what he said, so who cares about him? La la la. You know, stuff like that. Me personally, everybody makes money off of everything, regardless of positive or negative. Even if their intent is not to make money, they're gonna make money off of it. That's how it works in this YouTube shit. Me, I don't make money off of this. I'm not eligible to make money yet. I'm almost there though, so support. But yeah, it's understandable. You're gonna make money. The whole purpose of living is to make money so you can live. Now, is it fucked up? Yeah, it kind of is, but that's fucking life. Oh well. If they're gonna use Hogan to make money, so be it. Use his death to make money. It's not gonna be the first time they've done that to a celebrity or any public figure, and it won't be the last. That's just how it is in this world. But I've been going around social media, and I always said this to people, especially when it comes to controversial public figures when they pass away. If you go like on YouTube, you won't see, depending on what kind of video it is, you won't see a lot of negative comments. Same as Instagram. Twitter, it don't matter what post it is, you will see negative comments. You know, you will see people be like, nah, fuck that shit. Sort of with Reddit as well. This is one of the only times I have seen a celebrity pass away, and it's a lot more negative on every social media app, on every website, on everything, on every social platform. I went on YouTube, I went on Instagram, I went on Twitter, I went on Reddit. I can't remember the last time I went on Reddit. And a lot of comments were negative, and it's understandable. No one likes Hulk Hogan, man. I don't like Hulk Hogan. No one does, and we all know why. He's racist, homophobic. Simple as that. He said he tried to screw over wrestlers after wrestlers, because of him, we almost didn't get an Undertaker. Shit, he tried to ruin Undertaker's career, you know. He didn't want to pull over Randy Orton. He didn't want to freaking do a three matches with Shawn Michaels, where they each win one, and then the third one they'll figure out who win. No, last minute he decided to be like, nah, I'm just gonna be Shawn and that's it. Which that explains why Shawn Michaels performed the way he did on that match. Y'all know which match I'm talking about. Like, you know, it's understandable why people are making jokes about, like, for example, I saw this joke. This one made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at it because I thought it was pretty funny. They said, damn, Hogan couldn't even let Ozzy Osbourne death be, he couldn't put over Ozzy Osbourne death for at least 48 hours. Which, that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I like dark humor when it's done right, and that was clever, you know, because, you know the thing. Hogan never put over talent. He didn't want to. You know, it was always Hogan. But for those of y'all that they're commenting like, damn, y'all fucked up for this. Y'all fucked up for like not caring or even showing sympathy for a man. Let me tell you something. Just like you have every right to make a video about the amazing things he did for professional wrestling and talk about like if he's a wrestling god and about how he did everything and if it wasn't for him there will be no WWE. Motherfuckers like us, we got just as much as right as talking about the shit he did or said. You feel me? Now there's some things I do agree that he deserves hate for. And there's some where I look at him like, yeah, it's probably not that big of a deal. Like, for example, when he was, sleeping with his friend's wife. Me, personally, I didn't really care that he did that. Honestly. I mean, I will say I felt bad that his privacy, because it was obviously private. You know, his privacy was invaded. His best friend leaked it and stuff. I felt bad for that part. But as far as him, like, sleeping with his friend's wife, I'm like, hey, the friend wanted it, and old girl was down, and Hogan was down. And it's not like anybody was against her. It was like no one was being forced to do anything. So I'm like, hey, he's just living his life. Who gives a shit? So when I feel people were reacting with that, but when it comes to like the racist shit, yeah, no, I don't fuck with racism, bro. Like me, I dealt with racism before from my own family at one point. They made some questionable comments, you know, and about me, you know. So I don't play with that shit. And you know, Hogan, what he said was fucked up, and there's no excuse about it. Now, I will say this. Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, yeah, you gotta give him props. I will give him that. I'm not a fan of the motherfucker. I don't put him in my top 5 or my top 10. I won't. I personally won't. But yeah, because of him and his star power, wrestling became big. Not just WWE, but wrestling as a whole. Ain't no doubt about it. You know, I ain't gonna fucking deny that. I won't. Because I'm an actual, real wrestling fan. I'll keep it above. Yeah, homie did good. And we gotta give him props because of that. But we can also shit on him for being a shitty person. Like, and also another thing, why are we acting surprised? Like, why are people acting surprised? I remember people like, yo, that's fucked up. Y'all making jokes and shit. How? How is it? Yes, for correction, it's fucked up. But how is it, like, shocking? Like, imagine being shocked then a piece of shit of a person passes away and people don't really feel bad for that piece of shit of a person. Because I want to mind you, he never apologized. Like, you know what's crazy? When I was younger, because I remember when that came out that he said the M word and all that shit. I was like in 5th grade, dog. I remember. I heard news about him not being in the Hall of Fame no more or stuff like that. I remember. And I always said, he probably apologized. And for a long time, I thought he did. But then I got older and I read more about it. Because I still like, oh, he probably apologized. It's still fucked up. And then when I found out, oh, he never apologized. That motherfucker never apologized. It's like, nah, that's some fucked up shit. Like, you said what you said. You literally, in that audio, you say that you're a racist. You use the M word. You talk about your daughter being with a black man, like, in a disturbing way, like, kind of weird. You know, just go listen to the audio. You know what I'm talking about. And then it's like, you go to the locker room and you tell them, hey, be careful out there. Because there's cameras. There's cameras recording. And you never know it or whatever the fuck it was he said. Now, see, that's kind of fucked up. Because you, as literally the biggest star in wrestling at one point, right? You could have owned up to your shit, apologized to the wrestlers who were there because of you. Because my favorite wrestler is John Cena, bro. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there would be a John Cena without Hulk Hogan. No, I know if there wasn't no Hulk Hogan, there probably wouldn't be a John Cena. Of course, the only difference is Cena never said the M word. and also Cena owns up to his mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like Hogan was just stubborn. He was a dickhead. Like, again, I'll say it again. Yeah. He put us on the map. He put us wrestling fans and made wrestling, and he created this thing we all love. But he still said what he said. And y'all in the comments, y'all probably be like, bro, that was like so many years ago when he said the N-word shit. Well, guess what? Let's use that argument. If you feel like we don't got to talk about Hulk Hogan's racist comments and all these other controversies that we can really get on about because it happened like a good 10 years ago, because it's old, then do we really need to talk about his achievements in wrestling and what he did for wrestling? Because that shit happened over what? That was in the 80s. Motherfuckers, 2020s. We're in the 2020s. We're talking about something that happened in the 1980s. Use that logic. Again, I'm using the logic of, oh, that happened years ago. We don't got to talk about it. Okay, we don't got to talk about Hogan stuff. Simple. Like, let's stop with this whole, oh, it happened years ago. So just because it happened years ago, it don't make it right. It don't make it like it still happened. He still said it, bro. He still fucking said it. Like, again, I understand everybody has the right to feel how they feel about this situation. If you're sad in tears that one of the icons of wrestling, if not the icon of wrestling, the superstar of wrestling, in people's eyes, passed away, cool. But if you don't feel like, if you feel like it's time to kick a man while he's down, literally, hey, they got just as much as a right to feel that way and say that shit as you do about glazing the motherfucker, basically. Like, here's my thing, man. To y'all motherfuckers thinking y'all on the right side of this, being like, nah, Hogan this, Hogan that, Hogan was the man. Oh, you guys are haters because y'all bringing up his past. That's one way to see it. You know, that's one way you can see it. You can say what you want, but that's one way you can see it as, oh, you're fucked up because you're bringing up his past. He has family grieving. Or you can see it as, well, at least the person's not being fake. Because I bet you a lot of y'all don't really give a fuck about Hogan. Y'all probably didn't dislike the motherfucker, but I guarantee you, y'all didn't even like the motherfucker. I bet you y'all probably were like, oh, Hogan's just there to be there. Who cares? But y'all showing this sympathy and shit. How many of y'all really do feel bad that Hogan is dead? Like, ask yourselves that question, bro. Ask yourself that question. Like, man, who really... Like, it's hard for me to give a fuck about a person who publicly has fucked up so many times and has, like, basically never been held accountable for his actions, except for, like, the last live appearance he did, really. If we're going to keep it a buck, like, yeah, they took him out the Hall of Fame, but he was soon back in there. He got inducted again with the NWO. He showed up in WWE programming until eventually he got booed, and kind of sucks that that's going to be his last appearance. But again, he did it to himself. As simple as that, he did it to himself. Like, the fuck? So y'all can hate on me for feeling the way I feel. But in the end of the day, just remember this. You don't got to agree with me. That's fine. And I'm not forcing anything on y'all. I'm not, because I remember I was talking to people, they're like, oh, you're just forcing the hate on her. We don't got to hate him. I don't give a fuck if you hate him or not. But I can say whatever the fuck I want. First of all, this is my fucking channel. I'm literally the one in the video, editing the video. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Alright? Let's get that clear. So I can say whatever I want on my platform and under a post. You might not agree with it, just like I don't agree with people being like, we should forgive him. No. Like, yes, there have been celebrities and wrestlers that have done worse shit. But you gotta understand, everybody says it. Hogan was the top guy. So because you're the top guy, everything you do matters. That's just facts. See, that's the thing that I think a lot of celebrities don't realize. when you're the number one at something, and yeah, Hogan was number one at wrestling at one point, you're always gonna fucking matter, and everything you do is always gonna matter. Everything you do is gonna matter. Everything. Every single thing you do matters. Because when you're number one, not only are you the face of a franchise, that means you have a nice group of different ages, race, genders, all that shit, looking up to you. And Hulk Hogan is the big example of that. I'll tell you why. He is the biggest example of that. I'll tell you why. Hulk Hogan's whole thing was that he was like Superman. He loved everybody. All he said was, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, be a true Hulkster, or whatever the fuck it was he said. Hulkamaniac or whatever. That's what he said. He didn't discriminate, none of that. That's who we thought he was. And then the truth was, he was racist. And y'all can, y'all can say the whole, you got to separate the art from the artist. Well, I did it earlier. I legit gave props to Hulk Hogan, the wrestler. Because he did do amazing things for the business. I'm a wrestling fan. I understand his influence. Again, my favorite wrestler is John Cena. I know if there was no Hulk Hogan, there would not be John Cena. But damn, it doesn't change the fact that he's still a fucked up human person. The shit he said was fucked up. So again, I am separating the art from the artist. If anything, I'm making him into two different people. I'm doing Hulk Hogan the wrestler and Hulk Hogan the man. The man sucks. Simple as that. I mean, there's a reason every time a wrestler gets, like, for example, when Sammy beat Gunther at WrestleMania last year, or Becky recently, what they're saying, oh, Sammy Hogan, Becky Hogan, because Hulk Hogan screwed over wrestlers. I mean, he tried to say Undertaker broke his neck with a tombstone. And then you had Undertaker worrying like, oh, this is it, my career's over. And remember, this is back in the day when it wasn't live, so you had to wait for the pre-tape to come out. It came out, his head never even hit the chair. And then his excuse was, oh, your knees were squeezing my head a lot. Then when you did bounce, my neck, it cracked, or whatever the fuck it was he was trying to say. That's fucked up. Then you didn't put over a young Randy Orton, which, by the way, Randy Orton's whole gimmick at that time was he was the legend killer. Mick Foley put him over and everything, but Hogan couldn't do it. Typical. And then, you had Hogan quitting and coming back and whatever the fuck it was, and then taking TV time on TNA. Like, it's Hogan, man. It's like, well, like, what do you expect, man? Me personally, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. As you already know, I don't really feel that bad, man. I just don't. Like, because I just want you to know, yes, again, I'll say it again, goddammit. Because of him, wrestling is where it's at. It started with Hogan. It didn't start with Hogan, but the popularity and this big thing, this WrestleMania, all this is because of Hogan. Hogan and, Andre the Giant and Macho Man, guys like that. And Hogan was the number one guy. No one sold merchandise the way Hogan did. I get that. But guys, it's okay not to feel bad for someone who died. And that person who died is like a fucking piece of shit. Let's be honest. And let's keep it a bug. How long until y'all don't give a fuck no more about this? Like, let's keep it a bug. Especially with Hulk Hogan and all these other celebrities. Let's talk about that. When they're pieces of shit, it only takes a few days before you'll see less and less and less RIP comments and more. Who really gives a fuck about Oberyn's comment? I've seen it with rappers all the time. Every time a rapper fucking dies, one of the best to ever do it. Oh, he was so underrated. Listen to his lyrics. A few weeks later, he was trash. And to be honest, 9 times out of 10, that rapper was trash. Like, probably had one hit at best. And that's okay. That's okay. Everybody has a right to feel the way they do. I'm just saying this, man. Let's stop acting surprised that we got people legit making jokes when Hogan is dead. The dude offended a whole community. Like, homie said fucked up shit. Like, let's cut the bullshit. Let's really cut the bullshit. Let's really cut the bullshit. Like, this is all gonna die down. Give it a few days, maybe a week or two. You know, they're gonna make memes about this. It is what it is. Like, and also Hogan did it to himself, bro. You know, because didn't Mark Henry offer this man to go to different black colleges and explain his actions? And you know what's crazy? I bet you if Hogan did that, I bet you it probably would have helped his career. He didn't want to do that. He rejected that offer. Didn't apologize to the guys in the back. Didn't own up to his mistakes. Just swept it under the rug. And for a while, it looked like they were over it. But then he messed up again. Saying the shit he said. Getting involved with shit he probably shouldn't get involved with. Just saying. I mean, hey, you have every right to support who you want to support. That's fine. But at the same time, it goes back to who he was. He loves everybody. He respects everybody. He just wants everybody to eat their vitamins and say their prayers, no matter where they're from, because they're American and everybody's American and all that. And then you're supporting a man who's trying to get rid of people who are not American, even though your whole message is that you love America and everybody in it from all different colors and all different places. Like, you know, it's cool though. Well, it's not cool, but you get the idea. Again, y'all, let's stop acting surprised, man. Like, don't get me wrong, there's worse people in public figure who have done and said worse shit, absolutely. But again, when you're one of the biggest one at your field, everything you do matters. So even if you say, I hate children, that will haunt you probably a little longer. It's just facts. That's just how it fucking works. So again, I'll say this. Hulk Hogan, the wrestler. Cool. Thank you. But Hulk Hogan, the man. Terry. That guy. Don't fucking feel bad. And also, can I just add, it is a little funny to me that homie did die on like the 10th year anniversary they got exposed. Well, at least the news of him dying came out the 10th year anniversary of him getting exposed for the racist comments. That is a little funny to me, low key. But again, that's how I feel. Because I have every right to feel this way. Because I'm a fucking person. And to be honest, half of y'all probably are not even watching this right now. And that's cool. Half of y'all just click this just to comment something and then probably going to go back and forth with me if I respond. But then, to be fair, you're just going to give me more comments and that's going to help the, you know, well, it's going to help my channel, really. And then if you just click it just to comment something and then dip, you're still giving me views. Even, yeah, the watch hour won't be it, but the views will be nice. It'll still look nice. So a win-win. A win is a win. Like, shit. But anywho, this video is longer than I thought it was going to be. I just basically said how I feel and why people are, why I feel people are not really feeling bad for old boy. And again, you can feel bad for him. And by no means do I think you should celebrate someone's death. I'm not celebrating his death. But I'm also not going to be like, yeah, let me be respectful, because old boy wasn't even respectful himself. Like, again, I'm not going to, I can easily go on this video and say, hey, Hulk Hogan's dead. Fuck that racist. Which I could. But no, I'm just telling you why people don't feel bad, how I personally feel. And for the ones that feel bad, I understand. Yeah, it was a big, important piece of wrestling. But it is what it is, man. I'll say it again. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again. Let's stop acting like if it's. Let's stop acting like if it's normal. Okay, how can I say this? I want to say this so perfectly that y'all can understand me. Put it like this. When someone says something fucked up and say fucked up shit over and over again, and basically they be dickheads and they be assholes, when they die, it's okay to not feel bad for that piece of shit of a person or that dickhead. It's okay to not feel that sad that person died. It's okay. So let's stop acting like it's, oh my God, I can't believe people. No. Why can't you believe that? They booed him out the building on his last appearance. His last and final appearance. They made fun of him when him and Eric Bischoff teased a new company. And he did it to himself. That's all I gotta say, man. If y'all don't like it, cool. If you unsubscribe. If you subscribe, welcome. If you didn't even stick this long, whatever. But the point is this. Again, you can feel any way you want to feel. That is the point. So you can feel sad. But you can also feel like, who really gives a fuck? And even though it's fucked up, you can feel happy that he's dead. That's your fucking right. And you can say, Ricky, what if someone in your family died? Wouldn't you want people to fucking show you some grief and respect and shit? First of all, I don't expect random ass people to show me any type of fucking support if someone dies. You show me support, cool. If you don't, okay, cool. Dickhead. You're a dickhead. And yes, I'm aware that I'm low-key a dickhead because I'm making jokes and I'm laughing at them even though Hogan is dead. I'm aware of that. I'm just okay with it. I really am. See, I'm like an asshole, right? But not the asshole you think. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm the asshole where you're going to say I'm an asshole because I'll give it to you exactly. Pause. I'll give it to you exactly how you need it. I'll tell you straight up. I'm not going to just say, oh, I support you and I like that plan just because I have to be supportive. I'm going to support you, but I'm going to tell you why I think it's not that right of an idea. Why I think it's probably flat out the dumbest shit I ever heard. And then, if you prove me wrong, hey, you prove me wrong. But I'm going to stand on what I said. That's what makes me an asshole. Then I'm just too honest. Me, people call it, and I say asshole. I don't really think I'm an asshole, but that's what people call it. They call you asshole for that. Me, I just call it, I'm just being real with you. I give you the uncut truth. My truth. So, Again, I'll say it again. The point is, you can feel however you want to feel, and that's perfectly fine. There's worse shit happening anyways in the world. So, again, you can give things to Hogan. You can trash the dude. Me personally, yeah, the wrestler did his thing. You got to give him props. But the man behind it, who gives a fuck, man? And I know what you're saying. He's dead now. Who cares? Who cares about the racist comments? Okay, again, I can use that same argument. He's dead now. Who cares about all the success he did and what he did for wrestling? You see how it's crazy how I bet you that one probably upsets people more than oh, he's dead now. Who cares about the racist shit, right? I bet you that. I bet you me saying he's dead now. Who gives a fuck about what he did for wrestling? I bet y'all didn't like that. But that's cool. You can feel that way. Just like I can feel the way I feel. So again, this video was longer than I expected. Literally, it's going on 30 minutes. I'm not going to edit any of it because I'm going to give you exactly my truth. I was going to do editing and all that, but I'm not going to do that. I'll give you my honest truth. I'll say how I feel. So again, I could have gone deeper too about this, but I know everybody else is going to do that, so who gives a fuck? I'll just say whatever I want. Maybe I'm just rambling. I don't know. But with that being said, if you want to, like, comment, subscribe. Don't unsubscribe if you feel like it. That's perfectly fine. But in the end of the day, bro, regardless if you like it or hate them, we're all going to stop talking about it in a few weeks. And then eventually we'll celebrate the 1 year, and probably the 2 year and the 3 year. And then eventually it'll be, hey, this marks many years that Hogan died, and we're like, oh, RP, whatever, cool. And move on with our day. Let's keep it a buck. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say, man. Peace. I would just like to add one more thing. Even though I don't like the person and shit, I cannot deny his theme song was a banger. Peace.